The Martha Washington Inn and Spa in Abingdon, Virginia is such a treasure. This is a great location, especially if you are staying in this small mountain town in southwestern Virginia. We can't wait to show you everything about this property, from the food to the room to the parking. So let's go. So it is located across from the Barter Theatre that you are seeing right there. Barter Theatre is like one of the biggest things to do in Abingdon, Virginia. And if you stay right here at the Martha, it's within easy walking distance. Just walk across that crosswalk right there and you're there. So this is looking at the front of the inn, and they have a huge porch. This is where everybody gathers in the evening. It is such a nice porch to be sitting on and watching the traffic in front of you in downtown. So this is walking in, and this used to be the old living room. This used to be a house, and then it turned into a college, and then it turned into an inn. So what you're seeing right there is a check-in area and a comfortable lobby, even a little dollhouse in there. And then this is another view looking back out towards the staircase and entry where we just came from. All right, so this is the library. This was one of our most favorite parts of staying at the Martha. This library is so stocked with books. It's even arranged by categories. They have books for kids. There's so many books in this library. It is so awesome. So if you don't bring your own, you can for sure borrow one from their collection. There are games, this lovely chess table. There's even board games that look like they are books. This is just such fun for adults and for families. Deck of cards that you can enjoy while in the library. There's a fireplace. We even had a record player. We were playing records at night as we drank the port, the complimentary port, which I will show you a little bit later on. And they're old-fashioned records that they have on hand. So that was really fun. So this is a little bit more of the property. This is, I think it was called the parlor. And like I said, this used to be a house. So very much kind of like a big bread and breakfast vibe. But then I said it turned into a women's college. And so you are going to find college memorabilia on every wall throughout the hallways. It's super interesting to look at. Then there's obviously a little bit of a waterfall that goes through the property outside. It starts up high and then cascades down, comes down into the hot tubs. Yeah, more than one hot tub. It is just such an amazing place to be outside with this waterfall coming in to this hot tub that has a couple little areas in there. And then right next to the hot tub is going to be the tennis courts and the pickleball court that you can see out there. I just love this. I mean, it is just such a nice little area. So also by the hot tub is going to be this indoor pool. And this was great. Always going to be able to swim in there regardless of what the temperature is outside. And so this is walking towards the pool from inside the inn. And they actually have 2 rooms with fitness equipment. You can actually have a gym membership here, I think, if you're locals. And the use of the gym is available if you have a spa treatment. So they do have a pretty extensive indoor gym. Now there is a fire pit that is right outside the indoor pool that you're seeing there. A lot of seating all throughout the property. Great places to read a book or picnic. And this is a little bit of a better view of the tennis courts and the pickleball courts. You can use some of the equipment that they have there if you don't bring your own. And there was even a trampoline. I don't know if I've ever seen a trampoline at a hotel. So this is walking just above the top of the waterfall. And if you walk along this path, you will go to the beginning of the mini golf course. And so just grab a miniature golf club and a ball, a score sheet. And this was a really great amenity that they have on property. We loved the mini golf course on site, and it was free. You didn't have to wait to check out equipment from anybody. It's just right there to use. And it was a little challenging, I have to say. This was quite the challenging golf course. So they also have horse and carriage rides on the weekends. Obviously, you want to check ahead for the schedule for that. And then at night, there's complimentary port, and it is good. And they serve it for a few hours every night, and that is just one of the things that they're known for. So this is Sisters American Restaurant. This is their on-site restaurant. It does serve breakfast for hotel guests only, and then it opens up for lunch and dinner for hotel guests and the public. It also has a bar. The peach margaritas, awesome. This is one of the breakfasts that we were served. I mean, it's like a 2-course hot breakfast that is complimentary with the room. Quite amazing. So again, this is a little bit of the architecture that is throughout the property. The property is like all these little rooms, so it's kind of easy to get lost, but there's so much stuff to look at, history on the walls. So this is our room. It was room 411. This was a 2 double bed room. We chose one of the least expensive rooms just so we could stay here. This room was absolutely fabulous. It was so comfortable and quiet and cool. And we were here in the summer when it was hot, and this room was cool. So this is the view. I mean, I'd rather have the view on the porch than be sitting in the hotel room and looking out at the view. There are robes for everyone. The chairs were comfy. Like, no part of this room was uncomfortable, which was really surprising. I'm just thankful for that. So they even had like actual doors that closed on the bathrooms. You can tell it's kind of an old school hotel. We so appreciate solid, heavy doors rather than the flimsy see-through or hear-through pocket doors that most people do now. The hotel shower pressure was great. The temperature was great. I cannot complain about that. The housekeeping staff was amazing. It was really, really a great room to be in. So this is their little tiny shop that you can shop at. And then this is another, there was like little sections with suites. This was a business center in one of those little suites. This is the ballroom. Obviously not set up for anything, but I wanted to show you that. It is just absolutely gorgeous. And then this is parking. So if you're going to self-park, you're going to drive past that green awning, come around the corner, and then you have complimentary parking. Again, a rarity. And so this is what the parking is going to look like. You can obviously drop off your luggage in front, but just keep in mind there is a lot of stairs at this location. If you do have some mobility challenges, be sure to alert the hotel staff and ask what your options are. You'll just want to be sure to choose one specific entrance, and then be sure to choose a room that does not require stairs to access.